Hello everyone, it's Sabrina Jean. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this Pekka card reading. What do your ancestors want you to know? What do your ancestors want to say to you right now at this time in your life, in this lifetime? So you have 4 different piles that you can choose from, or the cover card, and of course the crystal too. Really just depends what's getting your attention the most. Pile 1 is a green apatite crystal. Pile 2 is a hematite. Pile 3 is an angel aura quartz. And pile 4 is a pink fluorite. So you can also choose potion, bee, mindset, broom. Take a moment to choose your piles and let's get started. Let's find out what your ancestors want to say to you right now. Pile 1. Hello, Pile 1. For those of you who are drawn to the green apatite crystal. So what would your ancestors like to say to you? So let me lay out the oracle cards first. And I also have some tarot cards too. Let's look at this card first, this potion. Okay, invigoration and empowerment. So perhaps many of you or some of you are on a path of empowerment. And this is also, well, your ancestors want you to know that this is something that is a reoccurring theme for you from lifetime to lifetime because, well, you probably naturally already know how to create potions or to like bring elements together. In a way, you're sort of an alchemist, but you have an amazing organizational ability and skill that allows you the strength to, well, know what it is that you need to do or how to create a plan of action. Some of you might actually be creating potions, right? To, well, especially if you're wanting to manifest something, to set your intentions. And so this is it's not a congratulation, but your ancestors are proud of you because, in fact, you have already returned to the sources that come natural to you as far as these potions are concerned. So some of you might work with crystals or herbs. You definitely connect with the earth on a deeper level. So let's put this here and look at your other oracle card messages. Okay. Beloved, radical acceptance, exploration, something just said, your way forward is clear. So your way forward is clear. How many of you are uncertain about your future or your immediate future or what to do next? Usually when this radical acceptance card shows up in a reading, it's a reminder for you to accept yourself 100%, accept where you are in your life at this time, because there's something more. In fact, there's something that's coming in for you. Notice you've got the compass here on the top of the image as well. Okay, exploration. It's time for you to explore. I feel like this radical acceptance is saying that you have completed like a huge cycle in your life and now you're ready for more. Okay, Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. Interesting how this radical acceptance, radical transformation, how many of you have been going through a personal or a spiritual transformation. So, okay, your ancestors are really trying to get through to you that it's a time for you to accept yourself, love yourself, and to do your energy clearing practices or intentions, your rituals of intention, to love yourself fully, to forgive yourself, and to forgive others, because I feel like they're saying you're wrapping a huge cycle of your life up. You're wrapping things up and you're closing out, and they're trying to get you to prepare for this next stage. So I wouldn't be surprised if many of you feel like you're in between, right? How many of you feel like you're in between maybe the old life, or things aren't bringing you joy anymore, but you're just not quite sure what that next step is, and so your ancestors are saying you're exactly where you're supposed to be. But accept yourself, heal yourself, forgive yourself, prepare yourself for this radical transformation. I'm not sure if that's what you need to do before this new chapter will begin, or what. So let's look at your other cards. Oh, check this out, how synchronistic. Accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. Prepare yourself. Okay, so healing, releasing, forgiving, accepting yourself in the present moment. Surrender, let go of the past. The past is the past. You have experienced and learned everything that you needed to, and now the universe is preparing something new for you. Okay, let's pull some more cards. What more do you need to know? People and kindred partnership. Your ancestors want you to know that some of your spirit guides are actually natives. You come from a long timeline in history of civilizations that had, how do I describe this? They followed very strict rules, remedies, intentions. And this is just something that comes natural for you, especially for those of you who are always looking to create a potion of some sort. Those of you who like to call yourselves witches, you probably have reincarnated from that experience as well. In fact, with this fire here, and to be honest, you probably did live in a different timeline or lifestyle as a witch. It's very likely that you were burned at the stake. And if you haven't completely cleared out your past life karmas, or the energies, or the blockages, or the patterns, this energy is probably still stuck within you, within your cellular structure, your DNA, etc. And so, okay, that actually makes more sense. You are meant to be clearing out this old energy and these timelines in this present lifetime. So this is something else that your ancestors and your spirit guides are trying to get your attention to. So how many videos are you watching that are reminding you to love yourself, to open your heart, to heal your past, create a remedy, create a ritual, right? It's time for transformation. Call in the violet flame. Release yourself from your past and accept yourself wholly for where you are at this moment in time, because this is crucial. What's interesting, and a side note that I want to add to all of you, is that even for those of you who still aren't really sure what your purpose is, or how to follow your heart, or what you should be doing next, what your ancestors want you to know is that even when you do self-work, and you heal your body, your mindset, etc. Anything that you can do to elevate your energy, it also affects everything else on the planet. And so whatever new rituals or remedies for healing, clearing, and releasing that you are creating on your own for yourself, everyone, everything in the collective has access to that remedy too. So even if, let's just say you're in a public role, but you're not really getting a lot of recognition or feedback or something like that, it's just because you're not supposed to. You don't have to receive feedback or recognition for something specific that you are doing, because healing, generally speaking, is free. And what you are doing through your spiritual practices is not only clearing out your timelines, healing your body, etc., but you have a magnetic healing effect on everyone else and everything else. So it's like what you're doing for you is also helping everything else on the planet. That's how impactful your intentions are. There's also another message here, that the people that come in and out of your life for very specific reasons, either to help you transform or to help you heal. A lot of the times these others need to be healed, and you don't always recognize why you are attracted to certain individuals. You just know that you want to share space with them, and this is exactly what you're supposed to be feeling. However, not all these relationships are meant to be the kind of relationships, or even long-term relationships, that you're hoping that they are, because people from all walks of life have a very important purpose to assist you with your life's purpose. And again, these are things that not everyone is necessarily going to be aware of. So let's look at your tarot cards. Okay, there's Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands. So for those of you who are at an impasse meaning, okay, I've done this, I'm here, I need to do something else, but I don't know where to go or what to choose. Again, it's time for you to clear out everything and prepare yourself, like push the energetic reset button. Right? Because the universe is helping you. The universe will open doors unexpectedly. So be ready for that new opportunity. But the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands is saying that you can't make a wrong decision here. Whenever you're following your inner compass, making a choice based on what you feel is right for you, you're always making the right choice. There are many different possibilities. There are many different pathways that you can choose. There are many more experiences waiting for you to choose to have them. So there is no wrong decision that you can make. So I would say, what do you want to experience next? What do you want to explore? Do you want to travel? Or do you want to be free? Or what is it that you would like to experience? What kind of people would you prefer to be around? Or would you much rather be a hermit and continue a spiritual path? Remember, you cannot choose wrong, because your ancestors see all, your spirit guides know all, and the universe, of course. They're all working together to create this new opportunity. Okay, they're still waiting for you, though. So I want to go to my random deck, which I haven't gone to in a while, to just pull some more, see if there are some more cards from messages from your ancestors, what more specifically that they want you to know that wouldn't necessarily come through an oracle card or anything else. Okay. Open up and allow yourself to have an amazing experience. The J here, or the Jack? Oh, similar to the Knight of Wands. It's okay for you to try something new. Yes, you have permission, they said. Okay, the Six of Swords usually is referring to a bridge, or you're currently experiencing a transition between your old cycle and something new. 6 is also the number of Venus, peace, harmony, healing, nurturing yourself. Oh, but also a reminder for you to nurture your words, meaning self-talk is very important for you to talk to yourself in a positive way. All right, and you also have Arcturian guides. So your ancestors want you to know, oh, you have another Jack here. Your ancestors? Some of your ancestors are the Arcturians. And you have an opportunity to open up to and connect with the Arcturians to receive more information about your life, your path, your purpose. From my understanding, the Arcturians, they like to refer to the human body as like a computer with programming. So law of attraction and doing remedies and rituals is definitely in your DNA and your bloodline. These are things that you just naturally know how to do, or they come natural to you. But if you try something new and you open up a new connection or communication, receive more information from your Arcturians, how many of you consider yourself a starseed? So you might want to get more information about the Arcturians, because they are definitely assisting you with your life purpose and journey as well at this time in your life. So, Pilot Ones, these are the messages your ancestors and universe and spirit guides were wanting you to know. I hope you enjoyed these messages. If you did, please to click the like button. You're always welcome to comment as well. And have a wonderful day. I'll see you all again in another video. Hello, group number 2. If you were drawn to this B card or the Hematite, so your ancestors have some messages for you. So what do your ancestors want you to know? I'm going to put this over here. Let's look at your oracle cards first. Okay, the bee and the hive. So your ancestors are saying, you've been very busy, haven't you? Busy, you've been a busy bee. I was like, what are you working on? Or what are you creating? Okay, and so those are like drops of honey. Community, cooperation, and sweetness. Something just said you're a sweet bee. Oh, you're such a sweet bee. Community is very important to you, isn't it? Let's put your oracle card here, and let me pull your other cards. Okay, Unmarked Trail Revelation. The number 57. Communication. Interesting, you got bee, you have a butterfly, you have lots of wings so far. The divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidence or coincidence. Your ancestors are saying that you are a powerful gatherer and communicator. And what you may not be aware of right now is that you're meant to be my mind just went blank. You are a transformation specialist. There's something very specific about how you communicate and the sound of your voice, the hum, the buzz. It's like it's energetic. And so you have like an energetic impact on your local community. Synchronicity also plays a really big part of your life as well. I'm really curious about this unmarked trail, this revelation. It's like something is going to reveal itself to you that you're not currently aware of. Your ancestors are wanting to prepare you. So there's some sort of leadership role that you're going to be taking on within your community. Maybe some of you are already aware of this and you're working on this, but others are not. But I feel like you're supposed to be the queen bee, bringing people together, family. How many of you call yourself a starseed? So the message here says, focus on your mindset. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. So you are abundant. Elevate your thought patterns, meaning start speaking of yourself highly, and you will attract abundance into your life. Wow. So this kind of makes sense why this busy bee is here. Bees accumulate an abundance of pollen to tend to their hive, right? To build their home, to feed the queen. But you're the queen. Okay. Spiritual energy, number 8. So you're infinitely connected with the matrix. Oh, no, what? Okay. Ancestors are saying that once you elevate your thought patterns and you start believing in your power and you start speaking powerfully and effectively, for whatever purpose that's close to your heart. You probably already know that you want to support people, you want to help people. You're a huge humanitarian, but you're way bigger than you realize that you are. And so the more you start speaking effectively, not only to empower yourself and support yourself, but other people as well, you will attract more abundance into your life. You will also create more freedom into your life. And people will just naturally be drawn to your energy. There's something about your voice here that you're unaware of. So some of you might be singers, right? Or musicians, or something like that. Let's look at your tarot cards. Okay, there's 4 of Swords and Strength. So you may not realize this, you may not even feel this, but you are supported by the universe, the galaxy, the matrix, and Lyra, the constellation, is very important and significant for you as well. Okay. So for some of you who are looking for your place in the world or your purpose or something, anything, you haven't yet discovered it, but you will. That's what your ancestors are wanting you to know. So keep creating, continue to be busy doing whatever it is that you are currently doing in your community, because this is naturally going to open up for you. So the more you find the, what's the word I'm looking for? the more you find ways to effectively communicate yourself or your gift, then everything else is naturally going to fall into place. You will start attracting more abundance, more people. And what's interesting, what you may not already know, is that this role of yours that is meant to help you to rise to the top of whatever this is that you are building and creating, it's like the people that are coming in to support you, because you're supporting them, they're the ones that are going to help you to like reach the top of this temple or this unmarked trail. But you have to find a way to not be afraid to speak your truth. Okay. So you are very important again in your community. And soon, otherwise these cards wouldn't even be showing up. Soon you're going to realize where you belong, your path, your purpose, and how to put that all together. So not only your ancestors are proud of you, but spirit guides are on standby waiting for you to have this realization. And once you do, everything else is going to open wide up in your life, and your life is going to change in the most beautiful and wonderful ways. So it's possible that your voice or your words have a feeling effect on other people. So for those of you who are interested in energy healing, or you're practicing energy healing on yourself, you're already aligning yourself with the higher matrix and your spiritual support system. And they're saying it's time for you to shine your light, or shine more of your light. Speak your truth, show up and support, but also like stand in your power, be strong. So I wanted to pull some cards from my random deck, which I haven't used in quite some time, to see if there are any other random messages from your ancestors that they want you to know. This one is, follow your heart. Of course, follow your heart. If you're following your heart and what you love, you can never make a wrong choice. When you follow your heart, you're always going to choose the best experiences for you. Okay. So Sirius, the star constellation, is also part of your ancestors, or you have spent past lifetimes in Sirius, the constellation. So you have a connection to that galactic group. If you are interested in connecting with them to receive more guidance, then do feel free to reach out to them in your meditation or your intentions, and they will be more than happy to come in and assist you. Okay, crossing the bridge. So right now, what your ancestors want you to know is that you are walking this bridge. It's a passageway. It's an initiation from your, not your past life, but like your old life. You're going through some sort of transition, is what I'm feeling. And it's amazing, healing, transformative transmission. And once you have finished this, I feel like many of you may be writing the book on empowerment. You're going to be communicating what you learn to help other people in some way, shape, or form. Interconnectedness is meaning everything will come together, but if you haven't begun that journey yet, then, at this point, you may not have any idea where to even start. But I have a feeling that some of you are already here, or maybe you're in the middle of it. So remember, try to focus your mindset on what you can control in your life instead of what is out of your control. Raise your thought process so that you can attract more abundance, opportunity, and of course, spiritual support and human support into your life. These are like beautiful messages. I really enjoyed this reading, group 2. I hope that these resonate for you. So what your ancestors wanted to say to you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do click the like button. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Hello, group number 3. If you were drawn to this card, or the Angel Aura Quartz, so what is it that your ancestors want you to know? What do your ancestors want to say to you? I'm going to put your crystal over here. Let's look at your oracle cards. First, if you're drawn to this card, so it's like sow your seeds of intention. Plant those seeds. Planning, setting intentions, and optimism. You have a very long and also deep connection with the earth and dirt. Oh, they just said you're a way shower. You probably have a very creative mind. You probably enjoy starting new things. For some of you, you might enjoy planting seeds and growing things as well. Gardening and plants and nature are probably very important for you, as well as, well, sunshine and nurturing living things. Be very specific about your intentions right now. Let's look at your other cards. The Benefactor, grace and generosity. Yeah, you have the power and the ability to share your thoughts and your ideas freely. But how many of you realize the fact that maybe some of the ideas that you have might be shocking to other people? Or perhaps the things that you say other people may not necessarily be prepared for? Oh, you're a progressive thinker. So your brain is always working, thinking about the future. How can you improve? Or is there something new? Or is there something better? What can you expand upon? What can you grow or nurture? How can you make it better? You're like an efficiency worker. So a way shower, as far as the spiritual definition is concerned, is a kind of person that they pave the trail. They create the trail. There's a term I'm looking for, but I can't think of the term. You're the one that does it first, and then you show everyone how to do it, and then everyone who chooses to will like follow after you. You're a way shower. So you probably have a very important place as far as New Earth is concerned. So I'm curious, how many of you are tapped into the 5D already? How many of you are existing outside of time? How many of you are free in your daily life and you are living on this free spiritual abundance, this grace and generosity that is supporting you? Wow. So the universe is supporting you. So your ancestors, I feel like your ancestors too worked the land a lot. Now, duly noted, I think most of our ancestors had to work the land. But I'm thinking, there's just something about you and playing in the dirt that you probably find this very healing and very enjoyable. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you enjoy smelling dirt. And that sounds weird, but like wet earth, trees and soil and that sort of thing is very significant for you. So think about that for a minute and follow that thought to see where it takes you. This card here, and your ancestors want you to know that you're always going to have what you need. The earth is protecting you. You're always going to have what you need to survive. There's nothing to fear. Look at this. You also have a deep connection with the angels, the archangels. Okay. So according to some things that I have read, if the archangels helped to create the realms of the earth, including the realms of the heavens, right? Because the angels, some of the angels protect and defend the heaven and God or source energy, etc. Oh, you come from royalty. Pile number 3. And you probably know it. You probably already act like it. In fact, others or siblings or people, I don't know, around you might say that you are what's the word I'm looking for? They almost get a feeling like you act like you are too good for them or better than them, but that's on those people because you just know what is good and best and right for you. And if other people can't appreciate you for who you are and what you're capable of, then that's just their own setback, right? Their own pessimism or their way of thinking. But you can't deny like the energy of this majesty and this royalty that lives inside your blood and the oxygen that moves through your cells. Wow. Wow. Okay. You're also protected by the rainbow colors. Archangel Metatron is here too. I'm wondering how many people call you an earth angel? Or you have a very deep bond and connection with the angels. Okay, so the earth, Gaia, is also considered an angel, an archangel, and the earth does have her own consciousness. I feel like, and don't take this the wrong way, you are an ancient soul. I feel like group number 3, you are your own ancestors, and from the very beginning of your soul's experience on the planet Earth, you have been here since the very beginning of this Earth experience. And at each lifetime incarnation, you incarnate, you reincarnate, but your ancestors are saying you are all of your ancestors. Whether or not you remember this, but you now have the opportunity to tap into this information and make a deeper connection with yourself, with the earth, with the soil, with the grace of God, the angels, the heavenly realms, to help you remember your angelic presence. Wow. So your ancestors say the earth to you is your child. It's precious, and you absolutely adore everything. The creatures, even the people, because humans are only as humans are programmed to do. Okay, interesting. So Jesus just tried to step in as well and say, you know Jesus too. You lived during the lifetime of Jesus Christ. So interesting. Let's look at your other card. Let's look at this inner earth. Did you know that there are beings that exist on the inside of the earth? Pile number 3. I'm not trying to freak anybody out here, but these are just all coming through. The inner earth. Oh, you know what? You have relatives and ancestors that live deep within the earth. Oh my gosh. Your base chakra, okay, strength and security, laying foundations. Yes. This is where you start in. And there are some, I don't know what kind of species lives like in like the inner chambers in the middle of the earth. I'm not educated on that kind of stuff, but I'm assuming that you are. How many of you are? How many of you are resonating with these messages? So the cosmic, come on, message. Oh, your ancestor wants you to know your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold are suddenly going to propel you forward. So move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention the most. Make decisions rationally and sensibly. Your life is about to start moving quickly very soon. Okay, so something maybe that's been on hold in your life, your practice, your purpose, your something maybe that you've been waiting for, or maybe you've been feeling stuck or stagnant. It's about to start moving quickly. I know why this message is popping in. It has to do with the North Node, because the North Node has been stopped at 26 degrees, which is Pisces, of course. But for over a month, the nodes have not moved. And starting tomorrow, they're going to start moving again. And that's what this is referring to. So for those of you who are following your astrology, look to see where the nodes are, because they're about to start moving, meaning your life and your purpose is about to start moving again and becoming more fulfilling. So it's important for you to make decisions rationally and sensibly. Right? Be specific with your intention. There's also something new that's going to show up for you. Something new that you're going to discover. It could be an infinite connection. The number 8, your connection with infinity. A deeper connection with the inner earth or the angelic realms. Your ancestors, source. I mean, really? Who is not guiding you in this lifetime? Group number 3. Okay, this infinite connection and infinite possibilities for you to fulfill your purpose. Really, all you need to do is just be you, and you're already fulfilling your earth purpose. Yeah, it said, be who you are when you are your natural, authentic self. You're just naturally fulfilling your purpose, walking your walk, talking your talk, and discovering new things to explore, new experiences, new challenges. Okay. Something just said, everything that you ever want to experience or do or grow from is available for you in this lifetime. Well, yeah, because you're like a king. You're like the king of gods. I wonder if there's if there's a soul that holds the record for having the most incarnations from, in this earth timeline. Now I'm just rambling. Okay, pile number 3, these are just freaking fantastic. Okay, the Empress energy. Right, you also have deep connection with Venus and the world. You are free. So, group number 3, your ancestors are saying that you were part of the beginning of this experience of consciousness on Earth. In fact, you were here in the very beginning when they first started experimenting with creating humans and human life and existence and everything else, planting, the mountains, the dinosaurs. Like, how much can you possibly remember? But there's something new, and maybe this is a memory that is going to be returning to you soon, something that you haven't been remembering, because, as humans incarnated, our physical bodies are so dense and heavy that we don't necessarily remember everything. Okay, this is something else your ancestors want you to know. And again, you are your ancestors. So the more that you connect deeply with yourself, your heart, and your angelic vibration, the more you will be able to remember your history and the past of your soul's experiences, well, especially here on Earth. Something is about to free you and liberate you. I wonder if this is about to help you to remember everything. So here you are, right, in the Garden of Eden, right? Yes, your soul is that old. Loving, nature, nurturing, and even astrology existed back then, because astrology are the planets. And, well, you probably already know as a soul that it's the astrology that affects everyone, and it creates the reality for humans to experience. It's part of this Earth experience. It's part of this collective of planets in the solar system that supports human existence here on the planet Earth, because it is an absolutely amazing place to experience being alive. Says your ancestors. Or maybe that was me. I don't know. Let's go to my random deck and see what more. If there are any random messages your ancestors want you to know. Wow. Oh my gosh. Believe in your abundance. Abundance. Abundance is on the way. More abundance. How many of you have been wishing for or praying for or working towards more abundance? So you are the king of abundance. This is the royalty that you are, that you came from. You were a king in some lifetime. Abundance is on its way. You are blessed. So this benefactor, whomever it is, okay, is sending you more abundance to work with. Oh, what more? We don't want the whole thing to fall out. Okay. You also have communicated, or the Greys have communicated with you. Actually, no, it was, okay, if I understand correctly, it's the Anunnaki who were the first ones who tampered with the DNA of humans. But the Greys nearly wiped themselves out? Or was it the Greys who did something that maybe they shouldn't have done, and they almost wiped out their whole civilization? Or like, I don't know the story of all of the ETs. Okay, prepare yourself for something new. So abundance about to expand in your life. Group number 3. I'm going to pull one more card because I can. So you've got a lot of history here on the planet. I love this. So you are an earth anchor. I'm going to put this over here. Oh, so this actually makes perfect sense. Remember a minute ago I was saying that, well, your ancestors were saying, all you need to do is just live your life authentically and you are fulfilling your purpose. And so you are an earth anchor. So everything that you do affects everything else on the earth. In fact, your angelic energy and your presence has a positive effect on the planet. So believe in your abundance. Believe in your capacity to attract or create the abundance that you need by setting specific intentions. And really, all you need to do is just set that intention, walk your walk, and talk your talk, and there is an unlimited amount of abundance that is available to come in for you all throughout your lifetime. And so, for those of you who are old enough to look back on your life, like so many, I almost said centuries, decades, if you look back on your life, you know, if you experienced endings, there were always new beginnings. Or if something knocked you off your feet, you were always able to get back on your feet. There was always something for you to do. There's always somewhere for you to go. There's always something or someone for you to love, because your mere existence on the planet at this time is extremely powerful, and it's necessary through all of these planetary changes that are happening. So these changes that are happening on the planet and weather and, well, all of the craziness has to do with the photon belt and this 26,000 year cycle. So the veils are actually coming down. They are thinning. And the more these veils are thinning and these shields around the earth there are changing as well, which is making it easier for you to remember your past incarnations. Oh, that's pretty freaking cool. So prepare for something new. There's a new experience. There are new opportunities. And so prepare. Your life is about to start moving quickly. Don't be surprised if you are relocated. And so if you have relocated a lot in your lifetime, this is part of your soul's purpose in this lifetime. I just noticed you've got 2 3s here. So you are a master, the 33 master number. So you probably also are guided and connect with the Ascended Masters as well. Wow. Okay, so group 3, these are what your ancestors wanted you to know. What do you think? I'm kind of blown away, but I also have a really big smile on my face. So how much of this do you already resonate with? Because I think that's super cool. Especially the fact that you know this already. So I hope you enjoyed your video reading. If you did, please do click the like button. And of course, you're always welcome to comment as well. Meanwhile, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again in another video. Bye for now. Hello, group number 4. All right. If you chose the pink fluorite crystal, what do your ancestors want you to know? Or your ancestors have a message for you? I don't think I've tuned into ancestors before in Pick a Card reading, so I hope you enjoy your messages. But first, how many of you were drawn to the broom? And so instantly, when we see a broom, we think of witches. So I'm not saying that you are a witch. So there's energy clearing, freshening, broom. Maybe it's time to sweep. Time for something new. Oh, look, you've got a fancy broom here. I'm going to come back to this card. Let's look at your other oracle cards. What do your ancestors want you to know? You are always fortunate. You will always be fortunate. You always experience the right timing and perfect luck in all things that you do. Whether or not you agree with this is totally on you. But even the number 23, I think in numerology it's called the Royal Star. It's a very lucky, positive number. Divine consciousness. Wow, is that like the finger of God or the finger of universe is pointing down on you? I love the fact that you are supported by the rainbow, the spiritual rainbow. You're divinely connected. Or for those of you who maybe aren't thinking that you are, these are messages from your ancestors wanting you to know that you are protected, believe in your good luck, and that everything happens in the perfect timing for you. You have a continuous connection with divine consciousness and source energy, including the archangels and beyond, the sun, Ra, or whomever you believe in and worship and pray to. You have a very powerful connection, and you are so very blessed, is what your ancestors are wanting you to hear. Okay, you also have a magical connection with Sirius. So some of you might consider yourself a starseed. So you receive blessings from the Sirius constellation. Well, that's pretty cool. But they're telling you, yes, proceed, be seen, push through with your plan. Is there something that you've been wanting to do, but you're not sure if it's the right time or if it's the right thing? Your ancestors are saying yes. You probably have had past lives or connections with Sirius constellation. So if you'd like to learn more about your soul's history with Sirius, You can do research on that. Or maybe you already know. But Sirius is also probably here helping you and supporting you with your life purpose and your journey. All right, so there's a message here saying, trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. So the things that you're going through right now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. Trust the flow. Trust you are connected. Including you're connected with your galactic family. So, what more? Okay. The energy of true love. So your ancestors, the universe, and Sirius are all wanting you to know how much they love you. And they are hoping that you are loving yourself unconditionally. Because not only your ancestors, but your spiritual team and the angels, they support you unconditionally. And they are loving you unconditionally. Okay. There's a message over here about trust the wait. There's something that you're waiting for, but maybe the universe is saying that, or your ancestors are waiting for you to open your heart, trust yourself, love yourself. This is what's going to open that gateway of good luck, right timing, being divinely connected, receiving these blessings. Actually, this makes sense. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you're worthy of all of these things that are waiting for you to open up to them and allow them to come into your life, then this is what you're waiting for. It's waiting for you. And there's a saying that, like one of my favorite sayings, if you're looking for that one person to change your life forever, take a look in the mirror. Nobody can force you to do anything. So you're just going to have to force yourself. Okay, justice. So there is some really magnificent energy and blessings waiting to come into your life to bless your family, your home, your children, or if you're single, blessings coming in for you. But heart must be open to allow yourself to receive all of this amazing energy, good luck, perfect timing. So now I know why the broom was your cover card. Because in a sense, it's telling you it's time for you to clean up your act. Love yourself, forgive yourself, open up your heart. Let go of the past. There's something new. There's something better. Blessings are coming in for you. But if you're not paying attention, if you're not open to receiving these blessings, then where will those blessings go? Curious minds want to know. There's something that this gold energy is reminding me of. And it's something that I read recently in the Angel Abundance book by Belinda and the Archangels. The Archangels say when you visualize or like meditate and you visualize yourself drinking a ruby-colored liquid from a gold cup, your entire world will change in the most beautiful and positive and abundant way. So maybe try that with your next meditation. And it sounds similar to, well, what they do in church, right? With the wine. Although I don't usually go to church, but it's like, I don't remember seeing people drinking from golden cups. But that's what it makes me think of. Oh, so your ancestors just said you are a divine child of the light. You are worthy. You are lovable. You are necessary. We believe in you. And it's almost like everything in the universe and your spiritual team and your ancestors are all around you, just waiting for you to open up and allow this good fortune. Wow. Okay. So I wanted to use my random deck today, and it's combined. I combined a couple of random decks. If there were more messages from your ancestors that aren't necessarily on any other kind of cards. Oh, interesting. So you have a past connection with the Anunnaki, which is an ET species. They just said you are ancient royalty. Yeah, and you probably know it, don't you, pile number 4? Okay, blue-green. So there's something very important about this blue-green energy or visualizations. It could be like aquamarine crystals, could be very helpful and healing for you. Or there might be another like spirit guide that, I don't know, how many of you have a spirit guide who calls itself blue-green? Curious minds want to know. Or they could be a particular, like species or something like that. I think the blue-green color is very healing. Oh, it resonates with the heart and the throat chakra. Okay. Something just said, bless your divine self. So you are very blessed. Pile number 4, whether you realize this or not. And I know that humans aren't very good at blessing other people or even loving other people. Okay, so there's like double blessings coming in for you. Oh, in fact, so something just said they're overdue. Okay, I'm going to look at all these cards. Your blessings are overdue. Heal your heart, open up, love yourself, allow yourself to receive all these blessings. Okay, so even the Pleiadians, oh, I wonder if those are the ones that are blue-green. So you have a lot of connections with the stars. The constellations, they are also playing a huge role in your life and your path and your purpose as a human. In fact, there is a new thing. It's galactic astrology, and we can now determine which constellations or ET groups are helping you with your human life path and purpose just from your natal astrology. Oh, look at that. Yes and yes. Yes, opportunity. Yes, lessons. So they're saying yes. Yes. Yes to you. Say yes to abundance. Say yes and open up your heart. Allow yourself to receive. Allow your life to fall into alignment where you are continually blessed. Everything's happening in perfect harmony, in perfect timing. Everything always working in your favor. Things always working out for you. But you're going to have to love yourself. I know you can do it. Group number 4. I feel like this is waiting for you, and I know that you know that you are worthy and deserving of this. But there is something in your energy, your chakras, that is important for you to open up so that you can allow yourself to start receiving maybe even these connections with the stars, your galactic family, your higher self, etc., your soul family. Oh, and even the pink crystal resonates with your heart chakra. So there's like your upper chakras, I think, are needing attention. Your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown. Wow. So these are what your ancestors were wanting you to know. In fact, Pleiadians could be your ancestors, blue-green, the Anunnaki, How old is your soul? Group number 4. Curious minds want to know. By the way, if you're interested in the galactic natal chart, I do create those. I can help you to understand your past galactic connections and which ones are affecting you and helping you the most in this lifetime. If you would like to learn more about that, feel free to reach out to me. You can book either type of reading. You could book the mini reading or the longer reading, and still request the galactic if you would like that. Feel free to reach out to me. My links are down below. Meanwhile, something just said, "You lucky bastard." You don't know how lucky you are. Okay. Group 4, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do click the like button. You're always welcome to comment. In fact, I'm curious if you have this communication, this connection with these other constellations already, including Sirius. Curious minds want to know. Feel free to comment. Meanwhile, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again in another video. Bye for now.